A simple Python project over here. Just one requirements.txt file. Has 4 dependencies in with the specific versions. But then we've got this Docker file, bases Alpine, copies the requirement file, installs the dependencies, exposes the shell. That's it. So let's just build this thing. Specifying a name for my image and then just build it. So it goes to the third step, the finds Alpine, then goes to the downloading phase. So it just downloads the dependency specified in the requirements file, then installs it. So you can see it's downloading from PyPI actually. So once it downloads it, it just installs it and then it's done. So I mean, if I were to run this again without any changes in my code, what Docker would do is it would just use all of the cached layers the Docker would have. But if I just add one more line to requirements.txt, I'm not adding any more dependency or changing any version. I'm just adding one more line, and then I just rebuild this. So what I can see is it's downloading the dependencies again. So because Docker feels that something has changed in this file, so it feels that this line has to be run again. So that's why the line is run again and the dependencies are downloaded and installed. So that's not good. Okay, so what good thing we have is that pip has some caching mechanism. So it caches its dependencies at some particular location locally, and well, that can be used. So if I just run this image, and do this pip cache dir, I can see that this is the caching directory which pip uses by default. Okay. So if I just exit this, now Docker has this mounting thing. So mounting is just a temporary mount which Docker creates, and it persists the things which are to be cached. For example, this is a mount type of cache type. So it would persist the information or whatever thing has to be cached for next builds, for subsequent builds. And target is just a place where we want the cached volume to reside within the container. Okay, so what we want is this pip to use the cache, and we want Docker to give it to that cache location which pip is specifying, which is like root cache over here. So let's just go over here, just copy this thing and paste it over here, and this was the directory pip, and that's it. So let's just go and try to rebuild this. Oops. Okay. Right now it's downloading the packages and installing it, and that's it. So let's just go and add one more line, or let's just say I just remove a package altogether, or let me just re-add it. Okay, and let me just change the version if it exists, if it download, whatever. So basically this should or just let me just keep it the same. Okay, so what I would expect, I mean, previously was it would re-download everything again. I'm adding a lot of new lines over here. So let me just rebuild this. So you can see it's using the cached thing now. It doesn't download those packages again. It's just using the cache. That's it. It's just using the cache. So downloading the packages is saved. A lot of network calls are saved, and even like I don't know, memory is saved, whatever. And if I were to just change one of the packages to 4.2.0, only that package will get downloaded. I mean, obviously, but let's just see. Yeah, it just downloaded Django 4.2.0, and others are just being used from cache. So that's one good thing which can speed up our Docker builds. Well, so if you can see there is no source over here. The source is just some directory which Docker creates internally in the Docker host. So you don't have to worry about it. But let me see if I can find something.